Guardate, 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 guardate. Guardate.
Cyclone Harry continues to severely impact southern Italy. While the wave of severe weather continues to affect Calabria and Sardinia, even reaching Puglia, Sicily is currently dealing with a devastating damage assessment. According to a statement, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is closely monitoring and is in constant contact with Minister Nello Musumeci and the head of the Civil Protection Department, Fabio Siciliano, the developments of the exceptional wave of severe weather affecting Calabria, Sardinia, and Sicily. The statement continued, Meloni is closely connected with the affected communities and recommends following the instructions of local authorities, avoiding any exposure to risk, and pledged to support the communities that have suffered damage. In the coming days, Musumeci and Siciliano will visit the affected areas to identify, together with the presidents of the affected regions, the necessary measures to address the emergency. In the Messina region of Milazzo, buildings at the tourist port were destroyed by the waves, and several floating piers were uprooted. In Giardini Naxos, the storm surge caused the final section of the Schisso Pier to collapse. Significant damage occurred in the Saia Pier area, where the sea dug out the retaining wall. A small square near the seafront also collapsed, forcing it to be closed. Catania also experienced horrific events. The most affected areas were the coastlines of Viale Kennedy and La Playa and Ruggero di Loria, as well as Artale Alagona di Ognina, the seaside village of San Giovanni Le Chiudi, and the surrounding streets. The storm surge brought protective barriers, debris, and large amounts of sand. Dozens of families and individuals were evacuated from their homes in the seaside villages of La Playa, where the overflowing rivers Budecido and Aquisella caused flooding on State Highway 121. Mazzara del Vallo, in the province of Trapani, was also affected. The main street was littered with various types of rubbish, carried by the powerful waves caused by the cyclone. The few beaches that remained open during the winter months were destroyed and washed away. The mayor of Taormina, Catino De Luca, was swept away by a wave yesterday while he and the mayor of Santa Teresa di Riva were live streaming the damage caused by the storm surge. "Don't do what we did," he added later to the images, with water reaching his waist. Last night, said Sicilian Governor Renato Schifani, we focused on the emergency and avoiding loss of life, paying special attention to the areas most at risk to the population. Now news is coming in of the damage, which is unfortunately very serious along more than 100 kilometers of the Ionian coastline. We are talking about coastal roads, tourist resorts and beaches, homes, and port facilities. According to initial assessments, the losses already exceed €500 million. I have convened an extraordinary meeting of regional governments to approve a regional state of emergency and ask the central government to declare a national state of emergency. In Calabria, At Melito Porto Salvo, the storm surge caused 100 meters of coastline to collapse. In Mazio di Taormina, the force of the waves caused a protective wall in a square to collapse. Roberto Occhiuto, president of the Calabria region, also announced that he would request the declaration of a state of emergency. Fortunately, there were no fatalities or injuries, he said, and we will immediately begin assessing the damage. The regional government is in constant contact with the national government, and this morning I received a call from Minister Matteo Salvini, who, together with the Ministry of Transport, is monitoring the situation. He is ready to request the declaration of a national state of emergency and will evaluate all necessary initiatives, using national and EU resources, to recover together in the best and fastest way possible. Situation in Sardinia. A similar request will come from the Sardinian regional government. Giuseppe Maloney, Sardinian budget councillor and vice president of the regional council, clarified that first and foremost, the government must intervene by declaring a state of emergency and providing initial resources to all affected regions, especially Sardinia, also because this will provide access to special accounting and fast-track exemptions approved by the government to accelerate the distribution of resources. Once we have a clear picture of the damage, the regional government will be able to intervene, he added. According to experts, Harry is not a Mediterranean storm, but rather a very intense cyclone. According to Tommaso Torrigiani, a meteorologist with the Lama-Siena Consortium, it is a structured and stationary disturbance born from the Atlantic Trough that,